Hello Internet Allies, how are you doing? So today what I'm going to be doing is going to be taking the Enneagram personality test. Ooh, spooky. I don't really know too much about this personality test, but I do love personality tests, really, to be honest. Like, you know, because I get to find out a lot more about myself. So for example, when I took the Wizarding World sorting quiz, you know, I found out like about, you know, bravery and whatnot and honor and whatnot. And when I took the Myers-Briggs personality test, you know, I kind of found out, you know, kind of different aspects of my personality there. So I thought I'd take the Enneagram personality test. So from what I understand, it's a personality test that's been around since the 1950s and it can sort you into like 9 different personality types. Here we go! Bam, bam, bam! I strive for perfection. I'm gonna say, yeah, I can be a bit of a perfectionist sometimes, to be fair, so I'm gonna go for like number 4, but like I won't be like, I'm not like a total perfectionist and whatnot, but like, yeah, I would say that like, you know, probably 4 would be suiting best. It is important to me to achieve great things. I'm going to take number 5 because I do want to live a fulfilling life, to be fair. I make more significant contributions than the average person. Okay. Whether I make more significant contributions, I don't know. I kind of want to say 4, but also want to kind of say neutral. I'm not too sure. I'm going to say 4, to be fair. I like to think I do make an effort. Oh my god, I feel my emotions very deep. Yep, 5. I know this is going to be like 4, 5, 4, 5. You know, I could just kind of do this. I'm not even like reading the questions. Maybe I should. Let's see if this still rings true. I have a sense that other people never truly. I kind of want to be understood, but at the same time, you know, I think people are quite hard to understand. I think deep. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave that as that. I definitely think I'm definitely a deep thinker. I'm prepared for any disaster. No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, inaccurate. Not gonna lie. It is important to me to avoid pain and suffering. See, I do end up feeling a lot of pain and suffering, but like at the same time I do have tattoos and at the same time, you know, I do feel a lot of emotional pain, so I'm gonna say that. I mean, I think it is important to allow ourselves to feel, to be honest. Whatever that is, you know, I think that's only healthy. I seek out experiences that I know will make me feel happy or oh yeah, definitely. See the positive in every situation. Okay, I mean, things can get me down, but yeah, I'd like to think I'm generally a positive person. I do try to kind of see the best in things. I am not afraid to tell someone when I think they are wrong. Ooh. I think it is important to be honest with people, but at the same time, you know, you kind of got to do it in a way that's not going to hurt their feelings or whatever. I'm going to say 4. Like, I think, yeah, honesty is important, but, like, I think it's kind of the way that you do it. I let other people make decisions. I don't know, like, I feel like I can be quite a good leader, but at the same time, you know, I am quite a bit of, like, a team player as well. So I don't know whether to, like, put myself in neutral there, to be honest. You know, I don't mind if other people are in charge, but, like, at the same time, you know, I think sometimes I do like to kind of voice, you know, what I want and like my needs and stuff. I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. If it's like rules to keep people safe, and yeah, like I think people should follow it. But like, you know, I think sometimes rules can be a little bit unfair as well. So I'm gonna go neutral with that as well. I am more concerned about security than anything else. I think it's sometimes good to step out of your comfort zone and stuff sometimes. But yeah, like I think, yeah, I do like feeling safe as well. So I'm going to say that. I think a lot about what will happen. Yep, basically, yeah, I do think a lot about the future. I don't fit in with ordinary people. Depends on what you mean by ordinary. Like, I wouldn't say I find it particularly easy to fit in, to be honest. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say slightly accurate there. But I do like to think I get on with people, generally. I always finish my chores. Eventually. I do my best to stay on top of things, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Let's just be honest here. I'm always trying to be a better... Yeah, I'm always trying to like improve myself, so yeah. I check carefully for mistakes and errors. I think sometimes things kind of slip under the radar sometimes for me, but like, you know, I think generally most of the time, like, you know, I do try to be as careful as I can to just check that, you know, everything I'm doing is right sort of thing. And then if it isn't, I try to like improve it or like learn from it. I like to be around people who I can help. Yeah, I like to be around people who I feel like I can inspire or like, or, you know, people can get something out of me sort of thing. And likewise, I could feel inspired by them as well. Like to feel like I'm an important person in my social groups. Well, I hope so. Please tell me, my friends, that I am important to you. It's important to me to be successful. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like my top priority, but like, yeah, like I say, I like to feel fulfilled. I often feel overtaken. Yep, definitely. I often feel overtaken by emotions. I've always felt different from other people. Yep. I like to analyze things from every angle. Yeah, sometimes I am known for like over-analyzing things, to be honest, or overthinking things. I always have a plan for what I would do if things go wrong. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't really deal with stress that well, to be honest. I avoid situations that bring it. Ooh. Like, I wouldn't choose to go to those things, but yeah, so I probably. Oh, yeah, I avoid situations. So, yeah. I prefer to not do those things, but, like, I think at the same time, if it's necessary, then I will. I seek excitement, definitely. I'm good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. Yeah, I'd like to think so, to be honest. You know, I do see myself as quite an optimistic person. I do not hesitate to call people out when they are behaving badly. I'll only do it when it's, like, really, really necessary, or if it, like, directly affects me, but, like, at the same time, yeah, I do think it's important to like be honest with people and stuff. I go along with what other people want. I feel like I'm quite easygoing, but at the same time, you know, I do like to kind of have a say in things and whatnot as well. So I'm going to say it's slightly accurate. People should follow the rules instead of doing what they feel. Ooh. I think people should be allowed to do what they want, but like not at the expense of other people, to be fair. I seek out relationships that offer me some type of protection. Yeah. I'm going to say yeah, because I think I'd like to feel safe around, you know, the people in my life, to be fair. I can clearly visualize what could happen in... Ooh. See, I can see like a lot of possibilities in my future. Some good, some bad, so no, I don't think I can. Average people often find me a bit weird, yeah, definitely. I persist until a task is done. I think I do like to kind of finish one task before moving on to another one. Okay, a more casual example is like Netflix. I kind of like to finish a series before like starting a new one, if that makes sense. It kind of drives me insane if like I've got like about 7 series on the go kind of thing. And, you know, I've kind of watched like 2 episodes each of them. I spend time trying to discover my faults and correct my weaknesses. Like I say, I don't mind trying to like improve myself, so yeah, I'm going to say that. But, you know, I'd like to think that these things don't define me. I think there are a lot of positive attributes to myself. So, you know, I think it's good to, like, not dwell on them. I hold myself... Yeah, I can be very hard on myself, to be fair. So, yeah, I hold myself to very high standards. I am a natural caretaker. I'd like to think I'm good at looking after people, but at the same time, you know, sometimes I might not know how to help people or how to look after people. So... yeah, so sometimes that can be quite difficult for me, but like I like to think I'm generally quite good at that. I want people to admire me. Yeah, like I think it's quite like a compliment if people do look up to you. If I'm honest, I feel like I'm a bit better than other. I think in some ways yes, in some ways no. I think sometimes I kind of have like stronger morals than other people, and probably I'm a more sort of like optimistic. I'm gonna say yes. I know it sounds really mean, but like, yeah. I feel a deep sense of grief for what I've lost. Yeah, sometimes I can. Sometimes that can get me really down sometimes. I'm an unusual sort. Yeah, I'm definitely unusual. I take time to understand things more deeply than most people do. I think it takes me a lot of effort to understand things because of my autism sometimes, so I'm gonna say, yeah, probably, yeah. It's important to me to be prepared for any emergency. I think sometimes there are things that sometimes you can't prepare yourselves for, but I think at the same time, you know, I think it is good to be prepared, or as prepared as you can. I distract myself from any sad feelings that arise. I think sometimes it is hard to ignore them, to be honest. So yeah, I think I'd rather like deal with what's bothering me than sort of like ignore it. I often make changes in my life when things get boring. To be honest, I don't really get bored, or I don't really feel like my life's really ever been boring. I tend to be more optimistic than most people. Yeah, I think so, to be fair. Even if that is out of naivety or whatever. I tell people what I think, even if it is hard to hear. I'm going to neutral there, because I think sometimes I can say things like in kind of sometimes a bit of a blunt way, like which can come across as a bit like harsh or insensitive or whatever, but at the same time, you know, I think it is important to try and be tactful, like with what you say or the way you say things and stuff. I'd rather follow the group than push for what I want. Absolutely not. Like I say, I think it's important to have your say. I feel most comfortable in organisations with a clear hierarchy. Yeah, if people like see themselves above other people, then I think that can sometimes cause problems, and it doesn't really make me warm to them as much. You know, I kind of like working with people who, you know, I feel like I can connect with, or, you know, feel like I can like have a conversation with them like outside of work or projects we're involved with and stuff. I'll make plans for many years into the future. I mean, yeah, I've got like things I'd like to achieve, but at the same time, you know, like my life could be so different in the future and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't expect to be like where I am now, like 5 years ago or whatever. I dislike trying new methods or procedures. If it is like a more sort of like efficient way, like or whatever, like I'm kind of open to that. So yeah, I'd like to think I like to try new things or whatever. I focus on my responsibilities and duties. I try to. I mean, I think sometimes it's good to distract yourself from some of them sometimes, but like at the same time, like I think it is important to kind of, you know, set yourself goals and whatnot. I read books that help me be more productive or better at what I do. I'll be honest, I kind of enjoy reading kind of more leisurely, to be honest. I think it was really tricky for me at school and at college when, like, you know, they would kind of like make me read stuff for like research purposes, or, you know, or like they basically say, right, you need to read this specific book sort of thing. I'm going to say neutral there, because I feel like in recent years, I think I've learned to appreciate reading a lot more. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do things right. Yep. I take the initiative to help other people and make their lives easier. I mean, I think sometimes, you know, I find it hard to know how to help people, but at the same time, you know, I do my best to help people. I put the effort to make a good impression on other people. Yeah, I'd like to think so, to be honest. You know, I like people to think good of me, really, to be honest. So, you know, I set ambitious goals for myself. Yeah, really, with like the whole videography thing, so yeah. I can describe my emotions in a lot of depth and detail. Yeah, to be fair, I think I can. I mean, I think sometimes I do find it hard to, but I think most of the time, you know, I'm quite like articulate with how I explain how I'm feeling. I often feel like an outsider. Yeah, to be honest, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating because I feel like a lot of the jobs I've had, I have felt like I've been like on the outside looking in sometimes. You know, like I feel like I'm always like last to know stuff and whatnot, which sucks, really, which, you know, doesn't go well, really, to be honest. I'd rather like people communicate with me. I find my mind to, yes, I love my mind. Which is so cool. Like, I like to think I'm imaginative. I'm always aware of what can go wrong in a situation. I wouldn't say that, to be honest. I think sometimes I'm a bit naive sometimes. I have many ways of avoiding situations that get me down. If that's like coping strategies, like, I think sometimes, yes, I can sometimes cope with like stressful situations, but I think a lot of the time those things can get to me a bit. Like, I think a lot of people think I've got like a lot of coping strategies, but like I really don't. I think it's just basically me kind of being more mature than I used to be and stuff. I don't know. I'm always up for a new adventure. I think in recent years, absolutely, to be honest. I believe things usually work out for the best. Thinking back on like previous years in my life, like I think, you know, things probably have worked out for the best. You know, I think people have moved on and, You know, like, I think now, like, looking back, you know, people I thought would be in my life forever, like, you know, now aren't and stuff. And, you know, like, I think now I'm older, I think it's, like, easier to see why. I feel like now, because of that, I'm a better judge of character. I have different interests than most people. I don't think I've got common interests with people. I think sometimes I do have, like, slightly different interests as well. I'm going to go neutral for that as well, to be honest. The traditional way of doing things is the best way. Sometimes, not all the time. I'm a responsible and reliable person. I'd like to think so, to be fair. I have a lot of plans on how I can improve myself. I think when I do notice an area of where I want to improve, then I think then it's like easier for me to improve myself. But if it's just kind of just something just general, then maybe, like, you know, it might take me a while to notice it. I'll make important contributions to my community. You best ask my community for that. Or any community I am part of. Rarely have strong emotions, absolutely disagree with that. I feel I never truly belong in social groups. I don't really feel like I've really properly been in a social group I feel like I truly belong in, but, like, at the same time I feel like I get on with people, so I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say neutral, I think, for that. I want to learn as much as I can about how the world works. Yeah, because I feel like that will help me cope with things better, I think. Trying new things keeps life in. Absolutely. I'm an upbeat person. I'd like to think so. I'm usually the one who takes a stand when others won't. I think sometimes, yes. But, like, other times, you know, sometimes I'm a bit scared to sometimes, I think, to be honest. Other people have stronger opinions than I do. I think sometimes I can, to be fair. I think other times, you know, I can feel things strongly as well. I'm concerned with protecting what I have. Absolutely. I've just noticed I've missed out a question. Everyone has a role to play in society and a duty to do their best. Absolutely. I have a good sense of what my future holds. No, not gonna lie. I am an average person with ordinary likes and dislikes. Disagree with that. Okay, let's see what results I get. Your primary type is 4, so I am an individualist, apparently. That's interesting. 4s want to be unique and live life authentically and highly attuned to their emotional experience. I'd like to think that describes me well, to be fair. Okay, so that is the Enneagram test. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what personality type you are. I mean, okay, it's kind of interesting that I'm a type 4. Yay. Cool. I'm happy with that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. And for more videos from me, click on subscribe. Have a wonderful day, guys. And until next time, keep smiling. Bye-bye.